Welcome to Unit 3, Chapter 1, Word. The essential outcomes for Unit 3, you will utilize open and closed software, and you will be creating, analyzing, and updating portfolios for positions and paths for career development. Section 3-1, Folders and Organization. Creating folders. Open up the computer dialog box using flag plus E keys. The flag key is located between the control key and the alt key on the left-hand side of your keyboard. The flag key is also known as the Windows key. On the left side, scroll until you see your removable disk, then double-click on it. If you have not yet created a 2017-2018 school year folder, please do so now. Then double-click on your 2017-2018 school year folder, and then create another folder inside called Intro to Computers if you have not yet done so. Creating folders is very important in the process of staying organized. So once you've got your Intro to Computer folder created, then inside your Intro to Computer folder, you are going to create a new folder called Word. This is where we're going to put all of our Word projects that we do. Then double-click on the Word folder. Make sure you are inside your Word folder. To do this, if you look up in the pathway, you're going to see your paths, starting with the 2017-28 school year. Then you go down a level into Intro to Computers, and then down a level into Microsoft Word. It's kind of like going down an elevator, going down each floor. When you know you're inside your Word folder, you want to create a Chapter 1 folder. All of your Chapter 1 information should be saved inside this folder. Again, it's very important that you learn how to get organized so that you reduce the amount of time that you have to use to search for documents that you have created or documents you have saved. Now that we have finished the folder creation, we are now going to focus on the Word screen. When you open up a Word document, there are 4 sections. At the top, you will see the title bar. Underneath the title bar, you will see the menu bar. Underneath the menu bar, you will see toolbars. Underneath your toolbars, you will see ribbons. One thing I want to note is on your ribbons, you will see some diagonal arrows to the right of the ribbon words. These are special boxes that you can open up called dialog box. So the clipboard has a clipboard dialog box. Font has a font dialog box. Paragraph has a paragraph dialog box. And styles has a styles paragraph box. Looking at the title bar. The title bar always houses the file name. This is a newly created document that has not been named as of yet. So its default name is Document1-Word. You also have, to the right of your name, the ribbon display options. If you want all of your tabs and commands to show, you just click on the third icon in the list. You also have what you call your Customize Quick Access Toolbar. When you click on that drop-down arrow, you can set up what you want to appear up on your title bar that are like quick links for creating a new document, opening a new document, saving, print preview. Because our computers here at school have protections that every time you shut it off, it returns to the default setting. When you come to class, you will have to customize your quick access toolbar every time you log in. Your menu bar. Your menu bar houses all the options you have for tools for Word. There is a file, or what we call the backstage view. You have your home menu bar, insert, design, layout, references, mailings, review, view, and then tell me what to do, which is your research. All of these different menu bars houses different tools for different options and for different skill sets. Underneath your menu bar, you have your tools. If you notice underneath the clipboard section, when we look at our ribbons, you're going to have unique tools for the clipboard. If you look underneath the font section, you have toolbars uniquely designed for fonts. Underneath the paragraph ribbon, you're going to see that you have tools that are unique for paragraphs. Continuing on, if you look underneath the design, you're going to see that the design menu bar has different ribbons and different toolbars. So each of these menu bars all have different ribbons and different tools. You are now looking at a Word document or the Word screen. So we should know that the ruler at the top is the horizontal ruler. You're going to see that you're going to have to turn that on and turn it off, but it's always good to have your horizontal ruler on. On the left side of the screen or the document, you have a vertical ruler. The vertical ruler runs from top to bottom of the page. On the right side, you have your vertical scroll bar that allows you to move up and down the document. At the bottom, you have your status bar. Your status bar will tell you how many words in your document, whether or not you want to track your changes. You have whether or not you want preview. And on the far right side, you also have the zoom icon. At the very bottom, below the status bar, in orange, you have your task bar. The task bar shows you all of the documents that you have open or you have on your task bar. You can just click on those icons to open. On the right side, you're going to get the time, the date. There, you know that you have your sound. On the left side, you have the ability to shut down your computer. In the middle, you have your insertion point area. In other words, this is where you put your cursor so that you can type up information or insert images or other objects. Changing the font and paragraph default settings in Microsoft Word. In Microsoft Office, the font default settings are as follows. The font family is Calibri and the font size is 11 points. You need to change this so that you are following standard font family and font size. So you're going to open up your font dialog box and you can either choose Times New Roman or Arial. Font style should be regular and the size should be 12. Once you have those selected, you go down to the bottom of the dialog box, click on Set as Default. The default box will open and you're going to select all documents based on the normal dot template and then click OK. Your font settings now should be set so that whenever you open a document, they will be font 12 or Times New Roman or Arial, whichever one you set. Now, because our computers have protection, every time you come to class, you have to set your font settings. The paragraph default settings in Word. Paragraph default settings in Word are as follows. Line spacing is 1.15 point, and spacing after is 0.8. So you need to go open your paragraph dialog box, and in the section called spacing, make sure the before and after are 0, and then your line spacing is single. Once you have those set, go down to set as default, and when your default box opens, click on all documents based on the normal template, then click OK. Now your default settings for your paragraphs will be set so you don't have to change them every time you open a document. But then again, remember, you will have to do that every time you come to class because of the default protection that we have on our computers. Congratulations, you have just finished the first PowerPoint in our first chapter. At this time, we want you to create the folders presented to you on slides 5 and 6 on your flash drive. If you don't have your flash drive, then you should be creating them on your H drive. Remember, your H drive is not secure, so if you lose information on your H drive, you will have to restart the documents. You should have a flash drive that will protect and keep your information secure. So you want to create folders starting with 2017-2018 school year and work through to your chapter 1 folder. Again, if you don't remember what folders to create, go back to slides 5 and 6. Then we want you to open up a new Word document. Use Control A to select the entire document. Then change the default settings for the font and paragraph using the dialog boxes. Once you have done that, call your teacher over so you can demonstrate how you can change your default settings. You are now going on to the second part of this activity. We want you to study the word screen slides on slides 7 and 10. Please remember to be careful about just memorizing them for the moment. You will need them for the rest of the school year, so you need to understand the vocabulary. After reviewing the slides, go to the class website and download the COW PowerPoint game and use it to review for your word screen quiz. When you are ready to take your quiz over the word screen, please let your teacher know. Congratulations, you have just finished part 1. Make sure you have created your folders, demonstrated your default settings, and you have taken your word screen quiz before moving on to part 2.